On Tuesday, May 19th, the CW, Warner Bros. TV, and Berlanti Productions jointly announced that Ruby Rose would exit from Batwoman. In the statement, Ruby Rose is credited with saying, "I have made the very difficult decision to not return to Batwoman next season," but no reason is given for why she allegedly made that decision. Instead, she praises everyone she worked with before the CW, Warner Bros. TV, and Berlanti Productions jointly state that they wish her well, but remain firmly committed to the long-term future of Batwoman and plan on recasting the role with another actress from the Alphabet community. What many wonder, though, is what really happened behind the scenes here. Even Forbes are openly asking that question. Because the stars of series like these don't just randomly exit unless there is a pretty good reason for it, and none was given here. So what really happened? In this editorial, I will begin by establishing where I stand on Batwoman and the Berlanti universe at large, before going through why this has all the hallmarks of a firing, and what little we know of what actually might have transpired. Many of our peers in our little corner of YouTube have done some great reviews and discussions on both Batwoman and the other Berlanti shows. And many of our viewers have asked me what I think about them. Well, if you go searching through older Midnight's Edge videos to find out, you'll be searching for a long time, because there aren't any. This is literally the first one I do, and I only do this because there suddenly was an interesting corporate angle to cover. I have no stance on the Berlanti shows, because honestly, I have not seen a single episode of a single one of them. I always found the young adult vibe they give off to be unappealing, and I only have so much time to watch TV anyway, so I made the deliberate choice not to waste any of that time on any of these shows. That is doubly true for Batwoman, because there I saw the trailers, and they spoke to me, loud and clear. They said, "This isn't made for you. You are not the target audience. You are not welcome to watch this. So do everyone involved a favor and don't." So I didn't. Like with The Flash and Arrow and Defenders of Tomorrow or whatever it's called, I have not seen a single episode of Batwoman. I therefore have no opinion on the series itself, its writing, production values, or Ruby Rose's performance in it. But even coming at it from a place of complete indifference and no prior knowledge, this has all the hallmarks of a firing. What we have here is a short statement from the studio. We are led to believe that Ruby Rose was the one that initiated her leaving, but no reason at all is given for it. The full statement credited to her reads, "I have made the very difficult decision to not return to Batwoman next season. This was not a decision I made lightly, as I have the utmost respect for the cast, crew, and everyone involved with the show in both Vancouver and Los Angeles. I am beyond appreciative to Greg Berlanti, Sarah Sketchter, and Caroline Dries for not only giving me this incredible opportunity, but for welcoming me into the DC universe they have so beautifully created. Thank you Peter Roth and Mark Pedovitz and the teams at Warner Bros. And the CW who put so much into the show and always believed in me. Thank you to everyone who made Season 1 a success. I am truly grateful." You'll note that I stressed that this statement is credited to her, for I assure you, she never uttered it. The studio wrote it, and Rose's agent or publicist approved of it being credited to her, as is the standard operating procedure in cases like these. So, what did the studio say? Well, the CW, Warner Bros. TV, and Berlanti Productions said jointly, Warner Bros. Television, the CW, and Berlanti Productions thank Ruby for her contributions to the success of our first season and wish her all the best. And that's all they had to say about Ruby Rose. Nothing more, that's it. Do you know what that amounts to if you strip it down to its core meaning-bearing content? Thanks, and bye. There was no, "We are saddened to see her leave, but we respect her decision," or anything at all to suggest that her exit was in any way, shape, or form inconvenient to them. Just thanks and bye. If that's all the meaning-bearing content there is in a statement, then the implied continuation of it is don't let the door hit you on the way out. That's all they had to say about Ruby Rose, but the statement continued with, the studio and network are firmly committed to Batwoman's second season and long-term future, and we, along with the show's talented creative team, look forward to sharing its new direction, including the casting of a new lead actress and member of the LGBTQ community in the coming months. In other words, the star of the series no longer being in it is but a minor inconvenience. They're over that already. They have exciting plans for the future and greatly look forward to the recasting process. Take note of that. There is no the show must go on, so as difficult as it may be, we will now have to begin the recasting process. No, they are looking forward to the recasting, implying they were glad to see Ruby Rose go. And about that, to any aspiring starlet out there who isn't part of the Alphabet community, don't get excited. They just told you that you need not apply. And that's if there even is a Season 2. In a PR statement such as this, they will of course claim that there will be a Season 2, just like Bad Robot claimed that they were moving forward with Star Trek 4 after Chris Pine dropped out. Do you see Star Trek 4 anywhere? No? Neither do I. That is not to say there won't be a Season 2 of Batwoman, but if there isn't, they definitely wouldn't say so now. It would just quietly disappear, and we'd only learn about it after everyone had figured it out for themselves and already moved on. Like when they formally announced that Ben Affleck had dropped out as Batman, months after everyone had stopped caring. But who knows, Season 2 could go forward, with a new lead and in a new direction. As long as there is funding, there is a way. It would suck for Ruby Rose if it did though, and the series got better. But that's in the future. What is the latest buzz behind the exit? So far, I have heard nothing, but Deadline Hollywood has. According to them, her exit is not related to the stunt injury she sustained during the filming of Season 1, which left her facing paralysis and needing emergency surgery. Wait, so they almost paralyzed their star? And on top of that, they actually paralyzed a production assistant. Paralyzed? A broken leg would have been bad enough, but an actual spinal cord injury? You don't walk away from that. Maybe I should have paid more attention to this earlier. I know CW shows are cheap, but maybe putting a little bit more resources into stunt work, planning and security would be money well spent. So no one has to suffer life-altering injuries for Batwoman. Take it from the executive bonus if they have to, with stuff like that happening on set. They don't deserve any extra pay anyway. They deserve something alright, but not extra money. But if that wasn't the reason she left, what was? Well, according to Deadline Hollywood sources, the two sides mutually decided to part ways after recently reflecting on the first season and its challenges. Shot in Vancouver, Batwoman produced 20 episodes of its 22-episode Season 1, cut short by the current epidemic. Doing a network drama is one of the hardest acting jobs, and not everyone is well equipped to handle the intensity and long hours involved. And Deadline Hollywood sources say that Rose, whose most extensive previous TV gig was a 9-episode arc on Orange is the New Black, was not happy. And the show's team was not happy, to the point where no one could see this going for another season. It was not a good fit, and the studio and the star opted to part ways. That's a brief retelling right there, and there's obviously much more detail that has not been told here. If she's not happy, and the show's producers were not happy, that sounds to me like there were open hostilities on set and behind the scenes. To the point that not only could they not be worked out, there was no point in trying. The source tells Deadline Hollywood that the two sides decided to mutually part ways. But the rest of it, and the official statement, leads me to believe that what actually happened was that the producers approached Ruby Rose with an offer she couldn't refuse. Agree to mutually decide to part ways, or be unilaterally fired. I don't know for a fact that that is what happened, but just from reading the situation and considering the very limited evidence at hand, that is what it looks like to me. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this content, then please hit that subscribe button and indicate that you want notifications on all videos. And when you do get notifications, please click on them, because otherwise YouTube will simply stop sending them, even if you said you wanted them. Also, to existing subscribers, please make sure that you are still subscribed, because YouTube also has a knack for unsubscribing people. I apologize for bothering you with all of this, but this platform has a tendency to prop up establishment channels, and not independent ones like ours, so we do need your help and your engagement with the video to stay visible. And with that, let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments.